more space for clear space. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 6. We begin tonight with the Performing Arts Center looking to expand and maybe even potentially move out of Rehoboth Beach.
The Clear Space Theater Company has been on Baltimore Avenue since 2004. Clear Space has tried to move before, but faced opposition from neighbors and a drawn-out application process with the city. That resulted in a lawsuit. And now the theater may move out of Rehoboth entirely. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Rehoboth Beach. And Emma, the theater is considering space in Lewes.
Maddie, the theater's presentation to council today focused on a market study. It's down to two options. They either want to move to a new Rehoboth location or build a new theater in Lewes. Regardless, a brand new performing arts center will be built here in Sussex County. The Clear Space Theater Company in Rehoboth Beach, but in Lewes.
Yay, Clear Space.
Renee Michelson and Susan Rogers are excited that the theater is even considering the first town in the first state.
An opportunity for people to expand their horizons, to see new things, to enjoy a medium that doesn't currently exist here. It would be, I think for Lewes, it would be fabulous.
Where in downtown Lewes or elsewhere in Rehoboth Clear Space would go is to be determined, but one way or another, Managing Director Joe Fowler says they need more space.
I think that Clear Space, having seen dramatic growth and engagement in our audiences, we have much more demand than we have supply currently based on the confines of our existing facility.
He said a theater could greatly benefit Lewes's economy, but said that either location they go will be very suitable.
We're trying to be very thoughtful about what this region is going to need, not just tomorrow or in 5 years, but in 25 or 35 years. Because what we build, we're going to build to be sustainable for the long term.
Whether it re-rises in Rehoboth or finds a stage in Lewes, Clear Space is ready to set the scene for a brighter cultural future. Clear Space says that about a third of their patrons come from out of state each year, often grabbing a bite to eat after their theater experience, which helps boost the city's economy. The theater says the Rehoboth Beach economy is boosted $1 million directly from the theater. Live in Rehoboth Beach, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Emma. And Clear Space's presentation in Lewes today comes just a few years after Clear Space tried to build a new theater on Rehoboth Avenue on the land you see on your screen. It was 4 years of back and forth with city over approvals and denials and reversals of decisions. Clear Space even filed a lawsuit that was eventually dropped, and so were the plans for that new theater on that space there on the avenue.
Here's where Clear Space was planning to build its new theater at the top of the avenue after Clear Space sold the lot. Plans for mixed use have been proposed. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's the best location for Clear Space?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. 43% still say Rehoboth Beach, now 42. 28% say Lewes, Bethany, Georgetown, and elsewhere getting some of the votes.
And it looks like we have a comment. This is Rob Klein of Rehoboth Beach, says, quote, somewhere on or near Route 1 Coastal Highway so there's adequate parking, unquote.
If you haven't voted yet, you can definitely still do that. We also want to hear from the elsewhere voters. Yeah. Where do you guys want to see it?
Where do you want to see that go? We will show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.